The truth about silent inflammation that no one talks about, it changes everything. Have you ever felt tired, foggy, or in pain, yet every test says you're perfectly fine? What if I told you there's something silently burning inside your body right now, slowly aging your cells, draining your energy, and even changing how your body heals itself without you ever noticing? And before we begin, if you truly care about your health and want to understand what's really happening inside your body, make sure to subscribe to Nutri Doc Guide and hit that like button. Because here, we uncover what most doctors never explain, and it could completely change how you see your own health. Welcome to Nutri Doc Guide, where we reveal the hidden science behind the symptoms no one talks about. And today, our specialist dives deep into one of the most underestimated causes of aging, chronic fatigue, weight gain, and even heart disease, silent inflammation. It's not the same inflammation you feel when you twist your ankle or cut your finger. This one hides beneath the surface, at the cellular level, quietly reshaping your health from the inside out. And the truth is, most people are living with it right now, completely unaware. In this episode, we'll expose what really triggers this hidden inflammation, the foods, habits, and stressors that ignite it, and most importantly, the natural, science-backed ways to reverse it before it's too late. Because once you understand what silent inflammation truly does inside your body, everything changes, from your metabolism and hormones to how fast you age, how deeply you sleep, and how clearly you think. So stay with us until the end, because what you're about to learn could be the missing piece behind why your health, no matter how clean you eat or how much you exercise, still isn't where it should be. This is Nutri Doc Guide, and today we're exposing the truth about silent inflammation that no one talks about.
The hidden fire within. What silent inflammation really is. Most people think inflammation is something obvious. Swelling, redness, pain. You twist your ankle, it swells. You get an infection, it hurts. That's what we're taught inflammation is. But the most dangerous kind of inflammation doesn't look like that. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't throb. It doesn't scream for attention. It whispers, quietly, persistently, beneath the surface. Inside your body, millions of microscopic processes are happening every second, tiny chemical reactions that keep you alive, breathing, thinking, healing. And when everything runs smoothly, it's like an orchestra in perfect harmony. But when silent inflammation begins, one instrument goes off key, and then another. At first you don't notice, but slowly that harmony turns into noise, fatigue, stiffness, brain fog, anxiety, slow recovery, poor sleep. You see, inflammation itself isn't the enemy. It's the body's natural defense system, the alarm that activates when something goes wrong. The problem begins when that alarm never turns off. Imagine a smoke detector that keeps ringing long after the fire is gone. At first it's just annoying. But over time, that constant noise drives your system into chaos. That's what silent inflammation does, a small signal that never stops, creating a background of constant stress inside your cells. The triggers can be everywhere: refined oils, processed sugars, chronic stress, poor sleep, emotional trauma, hidden infections, environmental toxins, even the wrong kind of exercise. Each one adds a tiny spark to the fire. And when those sparks don't get extinguished, they start to burn deep within your tissues, your blood vessels, your brain, your gut. At first, your body fights back heroically, releasing hormones and antioxidants to restore balance. But over time, it becomes exhausted. Your immune system begins to misread the signals, attacking healthy tissues, altering hormones, and breaking down collagen. This is where fatigue becomes normal, mood swings feel random, and your once strong body begins to ache for no clear reason. Researchers have a name for this slow burn: inflammaging. It's the process by which chronic low-grade inflammation silently accelerates aging at the cellular level. It stiffens your arteries, clouds your mind, weakens your joints, and drains your vitality, all while you think you're just getting older. But aging isn't the cause, it's the result. Think of your cells as tiny engines. When they're inflamed, they lose efficiency, burning more fuel, creating more waste, producing less energy. That's why you feel tired even when you rest, or why your body stores fat even when you eat clean. Your internal engine is running hot, and it's been running hot for years. The truth is, silent inflammation is the foundation of nearly every chronic disease known today. Heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, arthritis, digestive disorders, autoimmune problems, they all share the same hidden root. Modern medicine often treats the symptoms, cholesterol, pain, high blood pressure, but rarely addresses the fire underneath it all. And here's the most shocking part. Many people who seem healthy, who exercise, eat salads, and take their vitamins are still inflamed, because silent inflammation isn't always visible on lab tests until the damage is advanced. But there's a reason you're here today. Something inside you already feels that something is off, that your body isn't performing like it used to, that your energy fades faster, that recovery takes longer. That's not in your head. That's your body whispering. And the good news? Those whispers can be turned down. You can calm the fire, because the same biology that allows inflammation to rise also holds the power to restore balance, if you give it what it truly needs. In the next chapters, we'll uncover what lights this invisible fire inside your body and how to extinguish it naturally, step by step. Because when you finally understand what silent inflammation is doing behind the scenes, you'll see that health isn't just the absence of disease, it's the presence of balance. And when you silence inflammation, you don't just heal, you awaken.
The hidden triggers. How everyday habits ignite the silent fire. If silent inflammation is the fire that quietly reshapes your health, then what's lighting the match? The truth is, most people don't need a laboratory or medical degree to find the answer. They just need to look at their daily lives. Because the sparks of inflammation are hidden in the smallest, most ordinary habits: what we eat, how we sleep, what we think, and even how we breathe. Let's start with the most powerful and most underestimated trigger: food. Modern food has changed more in the last 50 years than in the previous 5,000. We've replaced whole natural ingredients with ultra-processed products that are engineered for taste and shelf life, not health. Refined seed oils, industrial sugars, artificial additives, these are the silent arsonists that keep the internal fire burning. When you eat these foods, your body reacts instantly. Your blood sugar spikes, your insulin surges, your cells become resistant, and deep inside your tissues, microscopic injuries begin to appear. Injuries your immune system rushes to repair. But when this happens day after day, meal after meal, the immune system never gets to rest. That's when acute inflammation turns into chronic inflammation, the kind that never shuts off. It's like putting out a candle only to light it again every few hours. Eventually, the room smells like smoke all the time. That's what happens inside your body when your daily habits keep reigniting the flame. And it's not just the food, it's what food has become. Refined seed oils, for instance, are heated and processed until they oxidize. Once inside your body, they act like rust in your cells, damaging the membranes that protect them.
Your body sees that damage and sends out immune signals, the first whispers of inflammation. Over time, those signals never stop. Then there's sugar, the silent saboteur. It doesn't just feed your sweet tooth, it feeds inflammation. Excess sugar sticks to your proteins and fats, forming toxic compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs are like sticky soot that clogs your cells, making them rigid, old, and inflamed. They damage collagen in your skin and joints, and they make your arteries less flexible, aging you from the inside out. But here's what's truly shocking. Food isn't the only fuel for inflammation. Stress can be just as toxic. When you live in a constant state of alert, rushing, worrying, scrolling, overthinking, your body stays flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. Those stress hormones were never meant to be on all the time. They were designed for survival, short bursts of energy to escape danger. But today, that danger is psychological, emotional, constant. So your nervous system never fully relaxes. Your blood sugar stays elevated. Your immune system gets confused. And that confusion becomes inflammation. Then comes sleep, or the lack of it. When you sleep less than 7 hours, your body loses its most powerful natural anti-inflammatory weapon, restoration. During deep sleep, your cells repair, detoxify, and reset your hormones. Without it, inflammation builds up like dust in an uncleaned room. That's why after nights of poor sleep, your joints ache, your face looks puffy, and your mood crashes. And finally, perhaps the most hidden trigger of all, emotional toxicity. Unresolved anger, guilt, resentment, fear, all of these emotions send real, measurable inflammatory signals throughout your body. The heart and immune system are deeply connected. When your mind is at war, your body follows. Chronic emotional stress has been shown to raise inflammatory markers just as much as bad diet or pollution. So what's the conclusion? Inflammation isn't just about what you eat, it's about how you live. Every bite, every thought, every emotion is either feeding the fire or calming it. And while that may sound overwhelming, here's the empowering truth. If lifestyle can ignite inflammation, lifestyle can also extinguish it. You have the power to change the chemistry inside your body, starting with awareness. In the next chapter, we'll break down how that healing process begins, the exact foods, nutrients, and habits that tell your body to calm down, repair, and restore balance naturally. Because the moment you stop feeding the fire, your body starts to rebuild itself.
Inside the fire, how your body fights back and tries to heal itself. Every second, your body is doing something extraordinary. It's fighting for you. Even when you're tired, even when you feel drained or in pain, deep inside, your cells are working tirelessly to restore balance, to heal, to protect you from the damage you can't even see. But when silent inflammation enters the picture, this balance, called homeostasis, begins to fall apart. Imagine a city that never sleeps, where every firefighter, every medic, every engineer works without rest. At first, the system holds, but with time, exhaustion sets in. Mistakes happen, repairs get sloppy, fires spread faster than they can be put out. That's exactly what happens inside your body when chronic inflammation becomes your new normal. Let's zoom in to the cellular level, where the real battle is taking place. Your cells are like small factories, each one producing energy, repairing tissue, and managing countless reactions that keep you alive. Inside these factories, there's a control center called the endoplasmic reticulum. It folds proteins, manages calcium, and ensures everything runs smoothly. When your body is under constant stress, from processed foods, toxins, or emotional overload, this control center starts to malfunction. It becomes overheated. And that's when ER stress begins. A chain reaction that triggers inflammation at the cellular level long before you ever feel it. To fix the damage, your immune system releases special messengers called cytokines, chemical signals that call for help. At first, this is good. It's how your body heals cuts, fights viruses, and repairs tissues. But when the call never stops, when your immune system keeps sending those signals day after day, those same messengers start to destroy healthy cells. That's when healing turns into harm. Your mitochondria, the tiny engines that produce energy, begin to suffer. They produce less energy and more oxidative stress, the same kind of damage that rusts metal or browns an apple. Your body, desperate to defend itself, releases antioxidants and uses nutrients like vitamin D, magnesium, and glutathione to neutralize that damage. But if your diet and lifestyle don't supply enough of these nutrients, your body runs out of ammunition. Inflammation wins. And it doesn't stop there. The damage spreads to your blood vessels, your joints, your brain, your gut. Inflammation in the gut disrupts your microbiome, the delicate ecosystem that controls digestion, immunity, and even mood. When that system breaks down, toxins and undigested particles leak into the bloodstream, creating even more inflammation, a vicious cycle. But here's what's truly fascinating and hopeful. Your body never gives up. Even after years of chronic inflammation, your cells are still capable of renewal. The moment you stop feeding the fire, your system begins to reset. Inflamed cells start to repair their mitochondria. Damaged tissues begin to rebuild collagen. The immune system regains balance. Science calls this process resolution, the body's natural mechanism for turning off inflammation once healing is complete. It's not about suppressing the immune system. It's about guiding it back to harmony. And that harmony begins the very moment you support your body with the right nutrients, sleep, light, and calm. Because underneath all the chaos, your body is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally, constantly sending signals, trying to protect you, asking for help. And the moment you start listening to those whispers, everything begins to change. In the next chapter, we'll reveal how you can work with your body, not against it, using food, nutrients, and daily rituals that naturally turn off inflammation at its root. Because when you understand the science of healing, you no longer chase symptoms, you restore life itself.
Nature's medicine, the foods and nutrients that calm the fire within. If inflammation is the silent fire that burns within, then food is both the spark and the extinguisher. Because while certain foods ignite that invisible flame, others have the power to calm, repair, and rebuild from the inside out. What most people don't realize is that every meal is a message, a chemical signal that tells your body either to fight or to heal. And the body listens instantly. So let's uncover the foods and nutrients that speak the language of healing, the ones that tell your cells, you can rest now, the danger is gone. Ethicin 1. The power of whole, unprocessed foods. Nature didn't make food with labels, barcodes, or ingredients you can't pronounce. Real food, fresh vegetables, fruits, fish, nuts, seeds, herbs, is information. It gives your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild balance. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, and arugula contain compounds that neutralize free radicals and support liver detoxification, the first step in reducing inflammation. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts contain sulfur and antioxidants that help your cells produce glutathione, the body's master anti-inflammatory molecule. When you eat foods grown in sunlight, your cells literally respond to that same light, restoring energy, improving metabolism, and stabilizing immune function. That's why the best medicine often starts at the table, not the pharmacy. 1. 2. Healthy fats, the anti-inflammatory shield. For years, fats were blamed for almost every disease. But now science has revealed the truth. It's not fat that causes inflammation, it's the wrong kind of fat. Refined seed oils, corn, soybean, canola, are chemically altered and highly oxidized. They create inflammation the moment they hit your bloodstream. But healthy fats, like those from olive oil, avocado, wild-caught salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flaxseed, do the exact opposite. They contain omega-3 acids, which act like natural firefighters, cooling the inflammatory flames and helping your cell membranes become more flexible and resilient. When your cells are built with these healthy fats, they communicate better, age slower, and resist damage. Even grass-fed butter and ghee contain butyrate, a compound that nourishes the cells in your gut and lowers inflammation across your entire body. So the next time you drizzle olive oil on your salad or eat wild salmon, remember, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding the structure of your health. Listen to Título 3, the vitamins of balance, D3, K2, and magnesium. These three nutrients work like a team, and when they're out of balance, inflammation thrives. Vitamin D3 is the conductor of your immune system. It tells your body when to activate inflammation and when to shut it down. But because most people spend their days indoors, vitamin D deficiency has become one of the biggest hidden causes of chronic inflammation today. Vitamin K2, found in grass-fed butter, eggs, and fermented foods, directs calcium to the right places, your bones and teeth, instead of letting it harden in your arteries and joints. Without enough K2, calcium builds up where it shouldn't, fueling joint pain and stiffness. And magnesium, present in leafy greens, cacao, and pumpkin seeds, acts as the brake pedal for stress and inflammation. It relaxes blood vessels, calms the nervous system, and allows your body to enter repair mode. Together, D3, K2, and magnesium form one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory trios known to science. 4. The forgotten heroes, probiotics and fermented foods. Inside your gut lives an entire universe, trillions of microbes that protect, digest, and communicate with your immune system. When this delicate ecosystem, your microbiome, is balanced, it produces natural anti-inflammatory compounds that travel through your bloodstream to your joints, brain, and heart. Fermented foods like sauerkraut, kefir, kimchi, and Bulgarian yogurt help restore that balance. They encourage the production of secondary bile acids, which not only aid digestion, but also calm inflammation in tissues and joints. When your gut thrives, inflammation subsides. And when you heal your gut, you don't just heal digestion, you heal your entire body. Título 5. The natural detoxifiers, garlic, onions, and herbs. Some of nature's simplest ingredients are also the most powerful medicines. Garlic, onions, turmeric, ginger, and rosemary contain sulfur and polyphenols that activate your liver's detox pathways,
helping the body eliminate toxins before they can trigger inflammation. Turmeric, for example, contains curcumin, a compound so potent that researchers compare its anti-inflammatory effects to certain medications without the side effects. And when combined with black pepper, its absorption increases up to 20 times. Add herbs like basil, parsley, and oregano, and you get natural compounds that calm inflammatory enzymes and boost cellular repair. 6. The natural nutrients: light, movement, and stillness. Food is powerful, but it's not the only anti-inflammatory medicine. Sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, balance hormones, and regulate your circadian rhythm. Movement improves circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues while flushing out inflammatory waste. And stillness, moments of meditation, prayer, or deep breathing, lowers cortisol, the hormone that fuels chronic inflammation. Healing isn't just about what you eat, it's also about how you live. Because the same lifestyle that created inflammation can also reverse it. In the next chapter, we'll dive into what happens when you combine all these changes, how your body begins to transform once inflammation starts to fade. You'll see why the moment you give your body the right inputs, it doesn't just stop aging, it starts regenerating.
The awakening. What happens when the fire finally fades? There's a moment, and if you've ever started healing, you felt it, when your body begins to wake up. It's subtle at first. You open your eyes in the morning and realize you don't feel as heavy. Your thoughts are clearer. Your breath feels deeper. The pain that used to whisper has gone quiet. This is what happens when the fire of silent inflammation begins to fade. Your body, the same body that once felt like it was working against you, suddenly feels like it's working with you again. Because when inflammation calms, energy flows. Let's take a closer look at what's really going on beneath that feeling, the biology of awakening. 1. Energy returns. The mitochondria reignite. Remember those tiny engines inside your cells, the mitochondria? When inflammation ruled your body, they were suffocating. They couldn't produce energy efficiently. But when the internal fire dies down, those engines breathe again. They start burning fuel cleanly, producing energy instead of waste. ATP, the molecule of vitality, surges. Suddenly, your fatigue lifts, your focus sharpens, your motivation returns. It's not just more energy, it's biological clarity. Your brain fog fades not because of caffeine or willpower, but because your cells are finally communicating again, cleanly, electrically, perfectly. 2. The brain clears and calm returns. Chronic inflammation once clouded your mind, slowing signals between neurons and distorting mood-regulating chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. But when inflammation subsides, those pathways reopen. Neurotransmitters start firing with precision. You feel calm, yet awake, like stepping out of a dark room into natural sunlight. Your thoughts organize, your creativity flows, and for the first time in years, your emotions feel balanced, not forced. This isn't just psychological, it's biological renewal. 3. The body rebuilds, from joints to skin. As inflammation retreats, the body finally shifts from defense to repair. Cytokines quiet down, and repair proteins, collagen, elastin, and growth factors go to work. You start to notice subtle but profound changes. Your skin looks brighter. Your joints move easier. Your digestion feels lighter. Even old injuries begin to ache less. The body doesn't forget how to heal. It just needs the noise of inflammation to stop so it can finally be heard. And here's something beautiful. Once your body is no longer wasting energy fighting itself, it uses that energy to rebuild you. 4. The hormones rebalance. For many people, silent inflammation hijacks their hormones, disrupting sleep, metabolism, libido, and mood. But when inflammation cools, those systems come back online.
Cortisol levels stabilize. Thyroid hormones regulate energy naturally. Insulin becomes more sensitive again. Even sex hormones, estrogen and testosterone, begin to harmonize. That's why people who heal from inflammation often describe it as feeling like themselves again. It's not magic, it's the biology of balance returning home. 5. The spirit lifts, mind and body in sync. When your body stops fighting itself, something deeper shifts, your perspective. You start craving movement, fresh air, sunlight, peace. Your nervous system, once trapped in survival mode, enters a state of trust. You begin to feel grounded, connected, alive, and for the first time in a long time, you're not chasing health, you're living it. Because true healing isn't the absence of pain, it's the presence of peace. This is the awakening your body was designed for, not through medication, not through restriction, but through understanding, by giving your body what it has been asking for all along, real nourishment, rest, and rhythm. And as we move into the next chapter, we'll bring everything together, showing you how to maintain this new state of balance so your body doesn't just heal, it thrives. Because the secret of lasting health isn't in fighting the body, it's in finally learning to listen to it.
Living in balance. How to stay anti-inflamed for life. Healing from silent inflammation isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of a new relationship. One between you and your body, built on awareness, respect, and rhythm. Because the truth is, your body doesn't want perfection. It wants consistency. Balance isn't about strict diets or endless restrictions. It's about learning how to live in a way that keeps the internal fire calm and steady. Let's explore how to make that balance last, day after day, effortlessly, naturally. Eat with awareness, not rules. Forget the noise of diet trends and superfood lists. The foundation of anti-inflammatory living isn't about extremes. It's about connection. When you eat, notice how food makes you feel. Energy or fatigue, lightness or heaviness, calm or craving. Your body gives feedback every time you eat. It speaks in sensations. And when you listen, you'll naturally choose the foods that nourish and not inflame. Build your plate around color, freshness, and variety. Include healthy fats, clean proteins, and living foods, the kind that don't come with marketing claims, but with life inside them. Eating should feel peaceful, not stressful. Honor the rhythm, sleep, sunlight, and stillness. Your body is governed by rhythm, day and night, action and rest. When you align with that rhythm, inflammation has no space to grow. Sleep is your nightly medicine, where the brain detoxifies, the liver restores, and hormones rebalance. Aim for quality, not just quantity. Sleep in darkness, away from screens, letting the body remember what natural rest feels like. Sunlight anchors your biological clock and boosts your vitamin D, the hormone of healing. Just 15 minutes of morning light can regulate your entire day's energy and mood. And stillness, moments of quiet, breath, reflection, lowers cortisol, slows the heartbeat, and tells the body you are safe now. Safety is the opposite of inflammation. Move like you were designed to. Movement isn't punishment, it's communication. It's how the body circulates nutrients, removes waste, and keeps inflammation from stagnating. You don't need high-intensity workouts to stay healthy. Walk more, stretch often, breathe deeply. Move your body as if you were thanking it, not fighting it. Even a short daily walk in nature can reduce inflammatory markers, lower stress hormones, and improve mental clarity. When you move with gratitude, every step becomes medicine. Hydrate and detox gently. Your body cleans itself, but it needs water to do so.
Every organ that fights inflammation, liver, kidneys, skin, lungs, depends on hydration to flush out toxins. Drink clean water throughout the day, but not obsessively. Add lemon, cucumber, or herbs if you wish. Reminders that hydration can be alive, not mechanical. Avoid extreme detoxes or fasts. The body already knows how to cleanse. Your role is to support, not to force. Protect your peace. Emotional detox. This may be the most powerful anti-inflammatory habit of all, because no food or supplement can heal a body that is constantly at war with its own thoughts. Unresolved stress, resentment, or self-criticism keep your nervous system locked in fight or flight mode, the perfect breeding ground for inflammation. So make peace your priority. Forgive yourself. Disconnect from comparison. Breathe before reacting. Learn that protecting your energy is not selfish, it's sacred. As your emotions calm, your chemistry follows. Peace is the ultimate anti-inflammatory state. Live with purpose. Every healthy cell in your body responds to meaning. When you have purpose, when you feel that what you do matters, your brain releases hormones of connection and vitality. Purpose creates coherence between mind and body. It's what turns healing into a lifestyle, not a phase. Wake up every day with a reason to care for yourself, not out of fear, but out of love. Because when you live in purpose, inflammation has nowhere to live. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about rhythm, awareness, and forgiveness. Giving your body the space to thrive every single day. When you eat consciously, rest deeply, move freely, and think kindly, inflammation fades, and life returns to balance. In the next part, the conclusion, we'll tie all of this together into one powerful message, what it truly means to live free from silent inflammation in body, mind, and spirit.
The new you. Life beyond silent inflammation. When you finally understand silent inflammation, what it is, how it hides, and how to calm it, you begin to see your body differently. It's not fragile. It's not broken. It's intelligent. Everything it does, every symptom, every sign, every whisper is a form of communication, not punishment. Your fatigue wasn't weakness. Your pain wasn't random. Your cravings, your mood swings, your sleepless nights, they were messages guiding you back to balance. And now you understand the language. You've learned that healing isn't about control. It's about cooperation. That food can be medicine. That peace is biology. And that your body isn't against you. It's been waiting for you to listen. From this moment forward, every choice you make, every meal, every breath, every moment of rest is a chance to tell your body, I hear you, and I'm ready to heal. Because the truth is, when you calm inflammation, you don't just change your health, you change your future. You start thinking clearer, moving easier, feeling lighter, aging slower, living deeper. That's not just science, that's transformation. And here at Nutri Doc Guide, our mission is to help you understand your body, not through fear, but through knowledge, compassion, and truth. So if this message resonated with you, if you felt something awaken while listening, give this video a like, subscribe to Nutri Doc Guide, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode where we continue uncovering the real science of healing and longevity. Because your health journey doesn't end here. It starts today. And the best time to listen to your body is now. This is Nutri Doc Guide reminding you, when you silence inflammation, you awaken life.